Bob's living in Georgia now, and he's opened up a company. Man, I've tried his dry rub. I've tried his barbecue sauce. It is off the hook.
Well, I remember when he's out there.
Exactly. Bob's Country Barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, now he's showing you why his barbecue was so good because of the sauces and the dry rubs that he have on it. I use it every day.
Okay.
I put his dry rub on my eggs.
Mm.
That's how good it is.
Oh, that must be really good.
You remember Campbell Soup? Remember the commercial?
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. I need you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com and order a box set of everything. He has hot sauce. He has barbecue sauce. He has dry rub. I'm telling you, he has mild sauce. All of it delectable. It is Timo. And I want you to bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Again, bjbarbecueandsauces.com and at least order that barbecue and that dry rub. I'm telling you, you will throw all the rest of your seasonings away because it covers it all. I'm telling you the truth. bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Go to it right now, order it, and get the best seasonings that you've ever tasted in your life. Because I tell you, it's good.
And good evening and welcome again to another edition of Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
And I tell you what, hey, we have a great show lined up for you today. Welcome to the show. And it has been hot on the outside, Josh.
Yeah.
I mean, man, what are we dealing with these days?
Man, it's a great question. It seems like no matter where you are, whether you're in Georgia, whether you're in Tennessee, whether you're in California, or whatever,
Alabama, Alaska, it is, turn on the mic up, sir. It is hot. It is hot. I don't think it is hot as it will be in hell, though. But hey, I tell you what, nonetheless, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. And I tell you, you don't want to go anywhere. Hot topics of discussion, news that you can use, local, national, international. And Josh, the number to call, 706.
Yes, sir, 250-6252. Scrolling across the bottom of your screen there, 706-250-6252 is the number to call if you want to join the conversation. As always, you know, we welcome you guys' input on what we're talking about. That's what it's all about, talking back live.
Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. And, hey, don't you go anywhere. Tell somebody else that's not watching the show. You can let them know that Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh is live and on the air tonight. Josh, I tell you what, well, let's get it on, man. Don't talk anymore about other things. Let's get it on.
All right, let's get right into it.
Here we go. And in the headline today, it's been a while since I had to do that. Hey, in the headline today, we've got, have you ever been out to eat at a steak restaurant or a nice, elegant restaurant? And you say, wow, this is going to be exciting, good environment. People are dressed well. People look well. People respectable. Food is going to be great. And it seems like everything is going to be just fine. Whoa! Turns out everything's not. Well, let's talk about it. Josh, we have a video here. It's coming up a clip. I want to show everybody going to a steak restaurant. This lady went to a restaurant and she was dressed, ready to go with her attire. Mm-hmm. I don't know was she with family or well, we're going to find out here in a minute who she was with and all this other stuff. But hey, she went to a restaurant ready to go and enjoy her steak and her food and have a great outing. But she ran into a little bit of a problem. Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you what, I don't want to tell the whole story. Let's take a listen and take a look at this, and we'll be back.
Yes, sir.
The number to call, 706-250-2652, if you want to leave comments with us by phone, or
6252. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 6252, or y'all they can hit us live on Facebook as well and leave your comments.
Yeah, comments are already starting to come in. Good evening, Frankie. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah. Take a listen and take a look at this. We'll be back.
Take a look at this woman's dress. Do you see anything inappropriate? Well, the manager at a popular steakhouse did. And when you see the uniform the waitresses wear, you maybe scratch your head. Allison Hall explained.
It sure looks like a typical summer outfit, easy breezy. So how did it lead to a woman being asked to leave a restaurant for inappropriate attire? Iman McClanahan says she was turned away from Stab's Prime Restaurant in Baton Rouge.
The owner comes out and she's like, ma'am, you can't wear that in here. And I'm like, what's wrong with what I have on? And she's like, it's revealing. You can either go put on a jacket or find somewhere else to eat.
The 32-year-old nurse practitioner recorded the encounter because she was so upset.
This is just too revealing at the top. Okay, I'm telling you that we have buckled down on our dress code. It's been like this for a while now.
How did it make you feel?
It really made me feel terrible. It made me feel ashamed. I never thought of myself as a plus size woman. So then it makes me become hypercritical of myself. It's all emotionally damaging.
Then an interesting turn happened. Her cell phone recorded a waitress wearing the restaurant's uniform.
The servers have on fishnets with like mini skirts and like crop tops. If you're going to hold your customer to a standard, then your wait staff needs to have that same standard.
A dress code posted on the restaurant's website calls for business casual and not revealing clothes, including tank tops.
It says no tank tops, but you're telling me that in a tank top.
The restaurant says in a statement, for the last several weeks, we have actually been working on a different uniform so that we are not asking a different standard for our customers than we are requiring of our staff.
And so I'm just standing there kind of flabbergasted because I'm like, I've never had this problem happen to me before. So it really felt like I was like being prejudged or discriminated against.
All right. Well, Josh, what do you think, man? I mean, was she discriminated against here, or was she prejudged here, or or did the people come straight out and tell her exactly the way they felt and the way things should be at their the way they wanted it to be at their restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, folks. You can just leave your comment. What do you think about that? Do you think she was mistreated here, or do you think she got exactly what she deserved?
Well, it's so crazy to me. I mean, it's so much you could say about this. First off, but I don't know if you saw, but and I'm sure, hopefully, a lot of y'all did. I know some people still coming in, but in the video, did you see how the waitresses were wearing things, or their attire? Was the short shorts with the stockings underneath. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot more revealing than what she got on.
Yeah.
What she got on is not revealing at all. I mean, it's a basic dress. I know something.
Well,
like
I mean,
sundress.
I guess I got your point. I got your point.
Yeah.
But is there a difference in a customer coming in dressed like this than the people feel at the restaurant that own the restaurant, and they have the employees? I mean, or is it?
I mean, it should be. Look, if the standard is you don't want revealing in your restaurant, then you don't want revealing in the restaurant. Mm-hmm. Why would you have a different standard for the patrons, the people that actually pay money, versus the employees and what you have them wear? Mm-hmm. That really wouldn't make any sense, at least not to me. You would think, if anything, you'd have leeway with the people actually paying money to come and eat at your place. So I don't know, but all I know is I don't think you can consider what she got on revealing. Maybe that's just me. Maybe some of y'all have a difference of opinion. It was because she was a bigger girl, and they're like, we can't have, big girl with her shoulders and arms out in our restaurant. Now that sounds crazy. Right?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that sounds crazy, but there you go. See, Frankie already on it with the comments. She says they judged her based on her size.
I don't know about that, Frankie. But what would make anyone think they judged her according to her size?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. At least not to me. You know what I mean? Like, what are you basing revealing on? So I'll put it this way. And Frankie and everybody else watching, we've got several people watching. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree in the comments. Or feel free to call. We got the number 706-250-6252. And they already coming in. Perfect timing. Let's go to the phones right now.
Well, some people are going to feel now that I can't go to a restaurant and dress any way I want to, or especially like this lady was dressed, and they call it inappropriate. So I don't know. Well, what do you think, folks?
All right, we got Hank on the line. Looks like Hank. What's going on, man? How you
Welcome to the show, Hank.
Gentlemen, it's good to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
Good to hear from you. Thanks for the call.
Absolutely. At first I thought this is the dumbest topic in the world, but I thought this was the dumbest. But I had to think about it for a second, and I'm like, okay, yes. Okay, the lady's outfit that came into the restaurant is a little revealing. But that being said, if you look at like the balls that they had, like dance balls that they had back in the 1700s, backless straps, or backless with no straps was common during certain balls and stuff like that. We're talking with like classical music to dance to and stuff like that. So.
Taking us back to the 1700s with the answer. Okay.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, when we think of older, we always think of more downplayed. When you think of 2024, you think of rude behavior and ratchet behavior, and girls around here dressing kind of skanky and stuff like that. But that was not skanky what that woman was wearing. That's not skanky at all. That's that was. I mean, granted it was a little revealing, but at the same time, this is what you had back during the days of like 1700s and 1800s during their balls. I mean, kings and queens.
Well, Frank,
Yeah,
Hank, I'm sorry, Hank. Just
No,
forget about how the girl looked, how big she was, how little she may have been, or all of that, and then let's talk about basically what she had on. Okay. Would you want someone to come into your place of business, or and then to be dressed like that, or with the a top or a dress halfway down your body, and it was kind of revealing, though. Come on,
Y'all think that's
you
revealing?
gotta admit it was kind of revealing. It was revealing.
You think that's revealing?
Yes, absolutely. And then did she have a bra on?
What? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know her. Like, I mean, see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, what is the standard?
I mean, but okay. Here's the point. Here's the point, guys.
Okay.
What was her point?
The point is to wear what she wanted, and
but don't you want to send a message with your life rather than just doing something
on the
moment? Or I mean,
that was clearly pretty thought out. I mean, it's a sundress.
Yeah.
At least if my definition is right. I mean, you just it's covering literally everything.
Evidently it wasn't covering everything because the restaurant didn't agree with it.
But look, that's the same restaurant that let women walk around with their thighs out in fishnet stockings. So what standard are we really looking at here?
Okay, all right.
And
so you think Frankie has a point here then?
Well, yeah, I think it's probably got something to do with it, in my opinion, though.
They judge her based on her size.
Yeah, what's that? Go ahead. Go ahead,
Hank.
And I was about to rip in on the women wearing. I mean, that's the definition of hypocrisy, where you have thigh high or above the thigh shorts and stuff like that, and that is hypocrisy that they kick the same woman out in the restaurants. Which I don't know.
That's the thing. I understand if you have a standard in the restaurant. I'm like, okay, cool, but I shouldn't be able to see more on your employees walking around than the woman you trying to throw out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I would think most restaurants, I mean, I ain't saying she's just a gigantic woman. I don't think she's that like. I mean, I ain't gonna go that far, but I'm just saying you would think you'd want to see a big person come in your restaurant ready to eat instead of throwing them out the premises. What is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Absolutely. I mean. But I don't know if her size had anything to do with it. I really don't. I mean, because
what did? Why did they want to throw her out of the restaurant and pick her out among all the people that came in, even among the people that work with them? They paid to come in and wear fishnet stockings or whatever. They had on shorts and half dressed, working in the restaurant anyway. I mean, was it because they paid them to do that? They were paying them to look that way, or what do you call people that are? I mean, anyway, I'm not gonna get on that subject. But anyway, so I mean, she was paying them and to come in and sit down and eat and have a decent meal.
What we doing?
But at the same time, they didn't want her to come in and dressed anyway. I mean, she didn't come in and with a bikini on or all that other kind of stuff, and they have clothes halfway off her body. She didn't do that. But have we gone too far and let things go rather than teaching women the way they're supposed to dress and the way that it should be, and say it's okay? And then when somebody gets on them or chastise them or try to straighten them out, then we say, okay, you've gone too far. Have we forgotten things here? Now look what I let me read here in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9 through 15. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9 through 15 is coming from the King James Version if you're interested in that. Okay? It says, verse 9, in like manner also that women, listen to this, women, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. What is modest apparel? If it was okay, do you think that what she was wearing was modest, or do you think it went a little too far? Even though the employees came in and were wearing something else. But because the employees were wearing what they were wearing, does that say that I could go in and be dressed or dress any way I want to and not think about being in modest apparel and being what is appropriate? Let me finish this. It says in verse 9, in like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness. People go out now, they don't care how they dress. They don't care what they got on. They're not ashamed of anything anymore. Watch this. And sobriety, and not with braided hair or gold apparel or costly array. Verse 10. But which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence and with all suggestion. Now let's get into something else there. But listen to this. It says here, it tells us to be ashamed in what you do and what you wear. We don't have women and people these days ashamed with what they wear. They just want to go out and wear anything, wherever they want to wear. And so therefore, maybe this business had a standard for their employees, but if you're going to come in and sit down and eat and say you're going to come in and enjoy our food amongst all of our other customers, then we're going to need you to dress another way because we're not paying you to come in and dress like this. Well, we've got to go back and remember, be modest in your apparel, in the way you look, and in your lifestyle. I'm just appropriate. Yeah,
because I mean that's the whole thing you could talk about. I mean, especially with today's time and stuff like that. Even though that's kind of always been going on with inappropriate clothes and stuff like that. But to me, this doesn't fall in that category. Regardless of whatever, and even with that, that standard, scripture aside, it would still be ridiculous because you have a double standard at your place, point blank period.
Yeah,
it's either because she's a black woman, or it's because she's a bigger one. No, seriously, because if that's the case, you better have the same just scales when it comes to your employees as the people coming in. She got way more on than what we showed. I don't know if everybody's paying attention to the video. So I'm gonna go back here. But before I do that, Hank, you got any last words so we can?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna say something I didn't want to say, but I'm just gonna say it. There is no logical reason why you would kick somebody out for having a quote unquote revealing clothing, and then their staff has shorts up past their thigh. There's only one reason. There's no reason for that. There is no logic behind that. That being said, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a sec. Okay. And I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna leave it. And you can go, come on, man. But what is to say that the woman who recorded the video recorded getting kicked out of the restaurant, and then she had separate footage of another restaurant, so that she was justified so that she could be justified in her complaint about getting kicked out of the restaurant, as opposed to, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That would be like me going into my girlfriend going into a Hooters in a shorts, and then the waitress isn't wearing shorts. That is not logical. The only other thing I can think of, which is playing devil's advocate, is that woman who got kicked out took video footage, and if you saw in the video that you guys showed, there's separate footage of women wearing high thigh shorts. She might have recorded that at another restaurant so that she could bring that to the news and get that restaurant in trouble because she got kicked out for being, revealed.
Hey, that's an interesting point. I'm like this. I don't think that happened, but regardless, I do think it's an interesting point to bring up.
Yeah. All right. Hank. There we go. Am I back on there now? Oh, there we go. All right. Hank, thanks for the call, though, and your comment.
Good stuff, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. 706-250-6252. If you want to join in on the conversation again, and what I'm going to do real quick, Bob, is play the video again, because I know some people just coming in, too. What's up, Kelly? I see you, man, coming in. Want to get your thoughts. I want men and women's thoughts on this. And this is what I want. I want y'all to remember, this is Talk Back Live, not Talk Soft and be scared to give your honest opinion, whether you disagree with us or not. Yeah. Give us your thoughts on this. And I know, real quick, because I know a lot of folks have thoughts, and even if you disagree with us, that's what we want. We want open dialogue. So
yeah, and this lady here, probably no doubt was hurt. I mean, not understanding and not knowing why this restaurant did what they did and let other people come in and just ignore them the way they dress, and then to pull her out of the crowd and say, oh, no, you being you can't dress like that. You can't dress like everybody else that comes in here and all that kind of stuff. So we will not allow that and to be dressed like that. So but
to that point, before we go any further, I do want to play it again, and we'll get back into talking some more about it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's play this point again. Take a look at it, folks, and give us your comment again on this topic. Take a listen to this and take a look at this, and we'll be back.
Take a look at this woman's dress. Do you see anything inappropriate? Well, the manager at a popular steakhouse did, and when you see the uniform the waitresses wear, you may be scratching your head. Allison Hall explained.
It sure looks like a typical summer outfit, easy breezy. So how did it lead to a woman being asked to leave a restaurant for inappropriate attire? Iman McClanahan says she was turned away from Stab's Prime Restaurant in Baton Rouge.
The owner comes out and she's like, ma'am, you can't wear that in here. And I'm like, what's wrong with what I have on? And she's like, it's too revealing. You can either go put on a jacket or find somewhere else to eat.
The 32-year-old nurse practitioner recorded the encounter because she was so upset.
This is just too revealing at the top. Okay, I'm telling you that we have buckled down on our dress code. It's been like this for a while now.
How did it make you feel?
It really made me feel terrible. It made me feel ashamed. I never thought of myself as a plus size woman. So then it makes me become hypercritical of myself. It's all emotionally damaging.
Then an interesting turn happened. Her cell phone recorded a waitress wearing the restaurant's uniform.
The servers have on fishnets with like mini skirts and like crop tops. If you're going to hold your customer to a standard, then your wait staff needs to have that same standard.
A dress code posted on the restaurant's website calls for business casual and not revealing clothes, including tank tops.
It says no tank tops, but you're telling me that in a tank top.
The restaurant says in a statement, for the last several weeks, we have actually been working on a different uniform so that we are not asking a different standard for our customers than we are requiring of our staff.
And so I'm just standing there kind of flabbergasted because I'm like, I've never had this problem happen to me before. So it really felt like I was like being prejudged or discriminated against.
Well, what do you think? This lady feels she was being prejudged or discriminated against just because the people told her she could not come in the restaurant with that type of top on, that dress revealing down too low.
So, all right.
With me personally, I think she's I think that's too revealing for her to come in any place with that dress way down. Like, you're showing too much. I don't care if you're little. I don't care if you're big. You're just showing too much there with that down like that.
Well, I mean,
and even the employees, I didn't really. I don't know. Maybe y'all.
Did you see the?
I didn't really. I don't know. Maybe I need to see it again. I didn't really see anything too bad as far as the employees were dressed. I can see if they had tops all the way up to under their breast and all this other kind of stuff, and their stomach all out.
But here's what I'm saying: she's more dressed than they are.
Mm-hmm.
They wearing crop tops, so it's showing the stomach, and the shorts is up, above the knees, like way above the knees.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean. So I mean, it's not even close. Like, she got a dress dragging the floor.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
But here's the point: they're paying their employees to come in and wear this uniform.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying her, the customer.
Guess what?
They're not paying you and I to come in.
That's true.
And to wear something that they feel that's inappropriate.
That's true.
If it is inappropriate, they say, well, we're going to pay our employees and pay them to wear something to a certain limit. But yet we're not going to allow them to come in and break the dress code the way the customers should abide by.
Now I'm gonna go to what you just said. My thing is, because I still don't think it's revealing at all.
Okay.
And I think, honestly, if you're the paying customer, they should be more leaning towards you than their employees, who they're going to fire if they don't do something right. Mm-hmm. But here's the other thing. Listening to what the actual dress code was interesting. And I'm gonna roll back so y'all can see. They put it up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me show y'all. Business casual. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The dress code for the Stabs Prime Steak and Seafood. I don't know what city this was in, but business casual. No revealing clothes. Mm-hmm. And there was something else.
Clothes, including tank tops.
Including tank tops.
Okay.
So there it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
You see the list. That's just some of it, right?
Right.
Do you think she broke any of those rules?
Well,
revealing, and I guess revealing. Just real quick, revealing. Just I'm gonna get to what.
Go ahead.
Revealing is it in the eye of the beholder? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because revealing isn't specific.
Yeah.
I guess can the owner say what's revealing and what's not?
Yeah.
With their own discretion. You get what I'm saying? Like there's no rules of what's revealing can mean anything.
Revealing couldn't just be in the eye of the beholder, because if you take all your clothes off, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Okay, do you think that's too revealing? Yeah, well, it's in the eye of the beholder. No, of course not.
I don't be the extreme example, but
these
go ahead.
Here, if a place that you're going to visit, or a restaurant, hotel, wherever you go, folks, if they have their rules up, I guess the main and simple thing, and I'm sucking on something, keep me from coughing here. I guess the main and simple thing is find out what their rules are. Mm-hmm. If you don't like their rules, don't go there. Find somewhere else to go, rather than go and say, okay, here are their rules, and I don't care what they say, I'm going to have a confrontation with them and their rules. Their rules have probably been there 15 years, and then they expect you, or you expect to go there that particular night and make them change their rules? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. If they've been that way for a long time, they'll probably remain that way. Now, granted, it could be a situation to where, like some people say, it could be a racist situation, or a discriminatory situation, or a situation to where they say, well, you're too fat to wear something like that. There's no such thing as Either they
Yeah, that's
can,
ridiculous, yeah.
either they can wear it or they can't wear it.
Agreed.
And then let me say this, folks. You know what you can wear. You know what's inappropriate. You know what's appropriate for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what makes you look good. Don't go out in something because everybody else can wear it. It may not fit you. It may not be appropriate for you. It may not look well on you.
That's true.
It may not be something that's for you. Fitting for you.
I see that every day.
Yeah. Just wear something that's right for you. And once you wear something that's right for you, then it'll be right probably for everybody else.
Right,
and you're not concerned about what everybody else, but you want to be right yourself.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that, this whole idea here doesn't, just flip you out and then have people talking bad about you.
All right, now,
okay?
real quick. So I got it up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to zoom in there in a minute. Make it a little bigger there. So that is the website for this restaurant. I just looked it up.
Mm.
And that is what they consider appropriate attire.
Okay.
So if y'all can see that, let me know. It's business casual. Proper attire is required. Let me make it full screen. Get the chat off there. Mm-hmm. Appropriate for fine dining and a family restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
With respect, kindly remove ball caps when entering our dining room. See, I got a big there. Mm-hmm. Thank you for not wearing gym wear, sweatpants, tank tops, clothing with offensive language, exposed undergarments, or revealing clothing, cut-off shorts and flip-flops, torn jeans. And then they got the picture of kind of like examples of what would be considered appropriate.
Okay, so you see here, it's not that they're just messing with this lady. They have a list of items here that they're saying that you cannot wear. If you come into that restaurant, you're not going to be able to get in.
So, all right.
So
I'm looking at this, all right? I'm looking at what they got everybody wearing. Like, they got the pants, they got the dresses, all the way up to the neck, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the lady with the red jacket, she got her arms covered. So, am I wrong? Could it be that her arms and shoulders were what she considered too revealing? Because the owner did say your shoulders and stuff, that's too much.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I wasn't really,
because nothing private was shown, and
right.
Almost covered her feet.
But there's too much of the upper body that was showing there. I don't care if you're skinny, you're big, you're tall, or whatever. There's too much showing there. Now, if the restaurant doesn't have that policy to where they will allow you to come in and to be dressed like that for a special occasion, then you should not go into the restaurant knowing that their policy, even though you find out later that they say, oh, this is against our policy. Okay, fine. Do you expect them to allow you to come on in the restaurant anyway after finding out that that's not you've dressed against their policy and their dress code, and they've been telling everybody else and running everybody else away, and you think after all these years they're going to let you come in? I don't think so. And this is one of the things we've got to think about when we're talking about going out and to restaurants like this and to other places where they have dress codes and rules. We've got to abide by the rules.
So many comments came in. I'll read some of these. Okay. Let me go back a little bit. Let's see. So I'll put it on the screen here too. Jed says, unless that dress was see-through, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Oh.
Okay. Kelly says, and to see the waiter was dressed worse than the lady in question. Of course, we talked about that. Jed also said that wasn't a skirt. That was a belt.
Oh, my goodness.
Talking about what the waiter was wearing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hank says, I stand corrected. Those tablecloths were way too nice to be anything but a nice restaurant. Okay. The staff is being hypocritical. Okay. So he's changed his tune a little bit.
Okay.
Since he called in. Got some more comments here, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Annette, my mom there, she says if she was wearing the same shorts with bigger thighs, they would probably still ask her to leave.
Wow.
Okay. Kelly says the owner was very petty. Jet said the staff is broke also.
Well, my goodness.
Now they ain't got no money either.
Wow.
So,
then they need to let her in.
Okay.
No, I mean, if the staff don't have any money.
No, yeah, they need to. Yeah,
they need to get some money. Yeah, they need to let it in.
Let her come in and eat. Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Thanks. Josh has a good point. Bob could just be repressed. What? See, I don't know, man. All right, but Frankie says the employee had her stomach out, fishnet stockings, and a very mini skirt on. If the server bent forward, what would show from behind? You're right, Bob. They don't pay the customers to wear certain things, but customers pay, which keeps the doors open.
Right. And I'm not saying that it is okay for employees to look any kind of way, and it's okay with me for that, because I just don't go to those type of places that where they're all half dressed anyway. It's just not appealing and attractive to me for a woman to have her body to be addressed or to seen in such a way or used in that way. But hey,
real quick.
Yeah.
So just read a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
It says, I guess the top is like a tank top the lady was wearing. Frankie also says, is the policy posted in the restaurant or just online? That's a good question too. I would assume it's in there. I don't know.
Well, didn't somebody at the restaurant approach this lady?
Yeah, that was the video. She recorded the owner saying that what you're wearing is not fitting.
Right. It is against our policy.
And this is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, by the way, this restaurant.
So hey, be prepared, folks, that wherever you go, if something is inappropriate, be prepared to be able to face those type of things. You'll never know. Somebody may come out and you say, we can't let you in wearing that piece of garment or outfit or whatever. You have to change, into something else. Be prepared for you and your gang to head somewhere else.
Gang, see, speaking of racial
profile, no. I'm talking, when I say gang, I'm talking about a group of people.
I'm joking.
To be able to go somewhere else, or to be able to have something else available that you may feel that it may be inappropriate. I took something else to put on just in case. So and know the restaurant that you're going to. Know where you're going. Don't intentionally go to a place knowing what their rules and regulations are, and then get there and then have a fight and talking about put them up. Come on, put them up. What are you talking about? Put them up. And they've already told you what the regulations and rules are. You're breaking the law, for goodness sake.
No, the law.
I mean, for the restaurant. I mean, you come there knowing that it was wrong, and they did not allow that. And all of a sudden, you want to put them up. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong for that. And you need to bake a potato. For goodness sake. Hey, I don't know. 706. What's 250-6250. If 6252 is the number to call if you want to. And lots of comments have come in. Thank you for all those great comments. And man,
look, maybe I'm being petty. So some of y'all see on the screen right now.
Yeah,
I'm on the Facebook page of this restaurant. I'm trying to find a picture. Maybe somebody has something more revealing.
Yeah,
but I don't see anything as of yet.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I don't know, man.
There you have it, folks. Just be careful out there where you go and where you eat, and go somewhere where you're gonna enjoy yourself and be a part of the crowd, be a part of the family.
All right, real quick. So let's see. Jed says, I've seen women in business with full pantsuits on pants and jacket with a long sleeve dress shirt on, but cleavage out everywhere.
Oh, she said just ridiculous.
But he also says, "I don't be mad though."
Yeah.
With his eyes.
Yeah, I bet you don't. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Jet, Lucas. Hey, it's good to always have you on the show and hear your comments and what you do to participate in your comments and sharing and being a blessing to people. All right. Josh, let's take a brief commercial break and we come back. Folks, we got something else we want to talk about. That's right.
Get out of here.
It is a hot piece of cookie. You don't want to let this one stay in the oven too long. I guarantee you. Hey, you're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and John,
and we're gonna take this break. And when we come back, continue the conversation on the show, and got another topic we want to talk about as well that's coming up. It's going to be very, very, very good. So stick around for that. We'll be back after this.
I got to tout the best seasonings. Pastor, look, this guy's a friend of mine. His name is Bob Midget, and he owns a company called BJ's Barbecue and Sauces. You can reach him at bjsbarbecueandsauces.com. And I know you can cook now. You know Bob. Of course, you know Bob. Yeah, Bob's living in Georgia now, and he's opened up a company. Man, I've tried his dry rub. I've tried his barbecue sauce. It is off the hook.
Well, I remember when he's out there.
Exactly. Bob's Country Barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, now he's showing you why his barbecue was so good because of the sauces and the dry rubs that he have on it. I use it every day.
Okay.
I put his dry rub on my eggs. That's how good it is.
Oh, that must be really good.
You remember Campbell Soup? Remember the commercial? It was good.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. I need you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com and order a box set of everything. He has hot sauce, he has barbecue sauce, he has dry rub. I'm telling you, he has mild sauce, he has hot sauce. All of it is delectable. It is bellissimo. And I want you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Again, bjbarbecueandsauces.com and at least order that barbecue and that dry rub. I'm telling you, you will throw all the rest of your seasonings away because it covers it all. I'm telling you the truth. bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Go to it right now, order it, and get the best seasonings that you've ever tasted in your life. Because I tell you, it's good. All right.
And welcome back to the show, Talk Back Live with Bob
and
And it is now 9:30 on the East Coast, 9:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Central Time, and where you are, most of you, and as we go on the West Coast, it's 6:30 along the California coastline.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. All you listen to. Listen, hey, we got a great show. Continue on with our topics, and our next topic, and we're going to quickly get into and get out of here. Well, the night's over. Listen, have you ever been to the store? I'm going to put up a picture here in just a second. You ever been to the store and you went to the meat department and you looked at the different meats, but yet you end up looking at the same different? Have you ever seen that?
Oh,
yeah. Have you ever went to the supermarket and go to the grocery store and you look at the same meat, but yet it looks different? For example, ground beef. You go to the supermarket and it looks different. On the left here in this picture that you see this say it's ground beef. You know, you're not getting the greater quality of the beef, one on the left, one on the right. It's the same beef. Now, when I say same, let me clarify that. The one on the left came straight from the barn, straight from the processing, the cow.
Something like the ground up.
Yeah,
Grinded.
Straight from the cow. Okay. The one on the right, after going through the process and going through the grocery store and then put in a package and wrapped up. That's what that one on the right looks like. Why? Why do they look so much different? Is it that they're adding too much other stuff into our meats, into our foods, and we're not understanding what's going on when we go to the grocery store and you see that the difference in the meat, the way they look, and then they describe this is a better quality meat than this. Is it really? Or is it just the processing that they do and they take so much of the meat out of it? I don't know. Maybe somebody has an answer here because I don't. I mean, this is disturbing here.
I don't know. You know, it was funny, right? I was looking at this and I first saw it on your Facebook post, actually, on your page. And I saw the other one, people were looking at it and stuff like that. And, I don't know, man. One thing about it, though, what I've kind of learned over time is that the way they do our foods is kind of messed up. You're talking about our foods, you're talking about our drinks, you're talking about sodas, you're talking about meat, you're talking about fast food, you talk about restaurants. It's pretty messed up. And it's almost like I don't want to know as much as I know anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know so much about, what goes on, what they're finding in certain meats. And like from metal to rat feces to all sorts of things. I'm just saying, those are from real reports, right?
Yeah.
And so I can't put nothing past nobody. That's why, to me, you always got to pray over your food, man.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You just don't know. And there's no way for us to know everything.
Yeah.
Like that's a drastic difference. You talk about what happens with fruits, and that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
What may or may not be going on with that. My man Stanley in the building, Stanley Fenster.
Hey, Stanley?
He says, Bob, is that deer meat?
No, that's ground beef.
Yeah, it's ground beef.
That is ground beef on one side.
On the left.
And the other one is ground beef on the right. It's just the different places that they went to process. One is at the barn and, fresh from the cow. The other one is at the store, the supermarket. And, if you ever see, I've never seen, and now this is just me, maybe I have, but it's been a long time ago. Have any of you went to the supermarket, anywhere, wherever you are, and have seen ground beef look like the one on the left? I don't know. Have you?
Well, you know what? Maybe because they got some that say grass fed, like the organic, right?
Yeah,
organic, and then like the regular ground beef.
But this is not what this is about.
No, I know.
This is not one grass fed and the other one's not.
Yeah.
This is just ground beef, ground in different ways.
Yeah, that's
the same cow per se. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
What they look this much different. Why? What are they doing to make it look this much different?
And here's the funny thing: the way I knew things, I thought the one on the right looked normal.
Yeah, because that's
all I ever see.
That's what you normally see.
And I thought the one on the left was old and messed
Something
up.
wrong with it, yeah.
But that's actually the way it originally looked.
That's the way it originally looks. But the one on the right, I guess, is what most people are used to seeing when they go to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
This is what you see. So you see this and wow, look at that fresh package of ground beef. Oh my goodness. And then the other one is so different on the left. If you saw it, would you buy it?
I might not, honestly.
You would think something wrong with it.
See, that makes me look at it a little different now when I'm at the store. When I first saw this, I'm like, you know what? Huh. And honestly, and I know that's not what you're talking about, but grass-fed and organic, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know you can't get more organic than what you got on the left.
Right.
But when you see in the store organic, right?
Yeah.
It looks more like that than the pink.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe, okay, I don't know how I feel about that. But now, seeing that's how the original looks, it's kind of got my mind changed a little bit. But either way it goes, y'all bless your food. I know people are like, well, I got a different belief. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I advise you to do that because you don't know what's in this stuff.
Yeah. Look at what Vicky says. Read there what she says in her comment there.
I read all of them. But she said, yes, I pray over my food. She says, I'm sick of meats. I put it on the screen. She said, yes, and leave it there. Old meat.
Old meat.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Vicky thinks that's old meat.
Yeah, I think that's what she thought earlier.
So
just like I used to think.
But she thinks it's old meat. But that's what a lot of people would look at. The one on the left, you would think something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
You would think it's old, it's outdated. It's time to throw it away. But yet it is the freshest of the two. But they're just ground in different locations, different ways. When you do it.
Shout out to Leon Mapstone. He says, hello, sorry I'm late, guys. It's all good. So how's everyone tonight? And that he missed us. Well, we miss you too, man. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
He says hi to Vicky. And then Frankie says this. Check this out. So I got it on the screen for y'all to see too. When she was a little girl, she wouldn't eat chicken because the chicken her dad raised had yellow skin. Because he only fed it corn.
Yeah.
And it had a smell unlike the chicken I saw in the store. So have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Is there like different color or look to chicken?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Compared to
when you had chicken, they look different. They look different, and
what
you had the chicken. Yeah, I loved it though. Back in the country, you have your chickens, and then you walking across the yard. They're out there pecking the corn out the yard and everything else, and they packing at the ground, and they look so funny. It makes you want to laugh them now. But the chickens, look quite fresh, if I may say.
Well, I'm sure they look. They
walking across. No. I say that because they look more healthy.
Yeah.
Walking across the yard.
Yeah.
And we had several. They were walking, and then we had the area barns that they go, and they would go in and they would lay their eggs and all that kind of stuff. That's just a different about farm food and food being raised somewhere else at the market. It's just so much. Why? Why do they have to send it through so much of a process of a change in order for you to buy it? This is beyond me. I don't know.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Here's another comment. Jet says, let's see. He says, I've eaten beef and sausage straight off the farm but it tastes funny to me. I'm sure it's because I wasn't used to food so fresh.
Yeah, absolutely.
But honestly, like, I'll ask you, because I know you've had it like straight from the yard to the house.
Yes.
Is it different?
It is.
Than like you taste like the chicken, beef, whatever.
It is definitely different. And it has I can smell it now. It has a smell that when you put it in the skillet, oh my goodness. It has that smell that make you want to fight over it. I mean, it is just so, it has the meat today, you put it in a skillet, it's like it has a hollow smell. But the fresh meat that's grounded, and when you ground our sausage, our beef, and all of that stuff, we cut up every day and froze it and wrapped it in the white paper, put it in the freezers and all that kind of stuff. And when you take the sausage and they had it made up and you would fry it in the morning, it seemed like that taste and that smell of that sausage never left the walls. You would smell that sausage on the wall forever. I mean, it never left. But it was so good. An early morning good biscuit and a homemade sausage that you know where it came from, and it was fresh and fried, and it was just outstanding. And the eggs were just fresh from the chicken, maybe a day or two before, out of the nest where you just picked them up.
Yeah.
And everything was homemade. You ate the eggs and the sausage from the pig that morning, and then in the evening time, you ate the fried chicken from where you're walking across your yard. Oh, what a field day!
I'm glad you finished it, because I know.
Oh my
say
goodness!
Something else. Hey, but Stanley says that yard chicken was the best.
Yes. And Stanley, I used to call them. You see how they walk? They poke that head out there. Oh, they had some style to them, Frank. Stanley, that chicken had some style to him. Look, and I used to call them barnyard pimps. Yeah, they walk like, and my goodness, and it's a good thing they get in the side of them. I was thinking they would stick their wings, part of their wings, in their pocket, but they were on time. They were stylish.
Chickens got swag.
Man, it was good eating, healthy eating. And you had to be careful about eating too much. Yeah.
Vicky says, what about rabbit and frog leg?
Loved it, Vicky.
Says yuck.
Yo, Vicky, you done started something tonight. Don't make me get on here and preach, Vicky.
He will, especially with the rabbit.
Oh, the rabbit. Oh, my goodness. And let me tell you something. My family, my brothers, and especially one of my brothers now, he's still 74. He would go out still today and hunt rabbits and squirrels. And he was the hunter of the family. And we would get those bullets out of those squirrels, and we would pull the fur off of them and clean them and cut the heads off and clean them open. And some people say, well, what did they taste like? Most people would say fried chicken. No, not really. They had their own special seasoning that you put on them, their taste. Yes. Especially rabbit and squirrel, you would season them with plenty of pepper. Oh, my goodness. And the gravy. Oh, my goodness, with the biscuits from the country and some jam from the jar. My goodness, you had a breakfast that you wanted nobody else to get a part of. I'm telling you, folks, country all the way. That's the only way to go.
Y'all got Bob in his wrestling voice right now. Y'all look at this video. This guy, he raising chickens. Day 55, you see he's loving on it. You know what I mean? It's grown up. And now there's the nuggets. The fried nuggets. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You see from the beginning, the little chicks.
Yeah, them fried nuggets you see at the restaurants today, I don't know where they come from, but they didn't come from the chicken. Nothing to do.
You don't believe them McDonald's?
No. I don't know where they get them. They're not chicken. They have the name chicken nuggets on them, but there's got to be another thing out there called it's not the chicken farm. TU. Yeah.
So, okay. Leon said rabbit is good.
It is.
Stanley says pimps.
Pimps.
Yeah, you talking about the chicken, the pimp.
Oh, yeah, barnyard pimp. I call it, yeah.
Jet says cute little chickens, so innocent, full of life. He said can't wait to dip them into their own aborted little babies. Oh my goodness! And the eggs, the aborted babies.
My goodness!
Roll them in flour, fry them, and eat them.
Yes.
He said sounds a lot different when you say it like that.
Oh, it does. It does. It does indeed.
Frankie says, let's see, I could not eat that fresh eggs.
Oh,
because they were so rich. But
they were.
But they made the best desserts.
They did. They did. Absolutely. Now, Frankie, what you do, you go out and what we used to do every morning, go out and get the eggs. There were lots of eggs every morning. And then we would put them in priority. The days and weeks before the eggs would come first. And as you go, and that's where you process eating your eggs. And my goodness, I'm telling you, we had those big, huge brown eggs. I loved them. Oh,
why brown eggs? Why do they seem like they taste better?
I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. But it seemed like it was the best eggs you ever wanted to put in your mouth. But it all was good. All was well. And country eating at its finest, folks. And I'm telling you. But
I'm gonna see if I can find a chicken coop.
But see, people today are made up to that we had back in the day.
You don't think we can have
people? No, not today. That's why we suffer from this and that. They eat just a little today and go to the doctor. The doctor said you had a stroke. Yeah, just eat one bite.
Well, but
back in the day,
I'm gonna ask you this real quick.
Well, yeah, it could be some of the process the way they
probably not the same sausage.
Yeah, but back in you could see my mom and my grandmom making the you know how we get the red what do you call those red sausages they call?
Oh, the hot links.
Hot links, those big red links. Oh, I saw them make those things actually when they come out, and then they would fill them up and had them on the end, and they would keep going and wind them, and man would make those things filled with sausage, and that's the way they would do it. Oh yeah, back in the day.
I don't know if you can see the screen there.
Yeah.
Let's see, or if you got it on the phone. I know this is a screen. We got a screen.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They raising and collecting chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And yeah, that's the farm. But they you know, I don't know, they could be a little cleaner there though. Oh my God.
That's why I was asking. Like,
goodness.
I don't know. I wasn't there, so.
Yeah, they could be a little cleaner there. But anyway.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, farm living, folks, at its best. About that, and you have your hogs, and we would kill hogs, and nothing.
That sounds so brutal.
Nothing was thrown away.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Nothing. You hear what I said? Nothing was thrown away. When you killed a hog, everything was numbered. Everything had a place to go. everything was wrapped. Everything had a purpose.
Yeah.
All of it was taken and put in the freezer. Deer and cows, hogs, pigs. What else? I'm missing a lot of stuff here. Chickens, turkeys.
Okay. Vicky says Cornish hens.
Cornish hens.
It's a little.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now I would say this. Some people, if they didn't have turkey back in the day, they said Cornish hens, Vicky, would make the better dressing, like turkey and dressing. They said Cornish hens would be the substitute, or it would make better dressing than anything else.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know about the better dressing. I would say it would be a substitute. Cornish hens can be very, very good, very good.
Now check this out.
Yeah.
Now I know you're gonna like this. So here's Frankie.
And some people, I don't know if they know anything about tenderloin.
Oh yeah.
Biscuits and tenderloin.
Speaking of biscuits.
Yeah, go ahead.
That goes to this comment. Bob, my grandmother would fry rabbit for breakfast with biscuits and molasses. If she cooked it, now hear it up. There's the last part, because I know you're going
with rice.
Hold on.
Huh?
If she cooked it for dinner, she would make it with gravy and rice. I know what a trick about, because Nita told me that for years.
Oh, Vicky, oh my
rabbit.
Goodness.
All of them triggers, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, and listen, there is something different, folks, about the gravy from the rabbit and the squirrel. There is something.
The squirrel?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. They eat squirrels. We eat squirrels too. Yes. Rabbit and squirrel, most of the time we ate a lot of rabbit.
Yeah.
But, there were different ways. A lot of people killed a squirrel. They had to go out in the morning early before day and sneak up on the squirrels when they're running out the trees and all that kind of stuff, But
you got to be skilled to get a squirrel.
But rabbits.
Yeah. Rabbits too.
Rabbits, there were several ways you can catch and kill rabbits. Rabbits, you would go hunting for them, kill them, and put your dogs out in front of them and chase them. And squirrels, you would too. But a hound dog, what they call them. I forget. We had several little dogs. Yeah, they would get out in front, chase them, bring them back to you, cross you, and you could aim your gun. And,
but that's like coon. Right?
Yeah, right, and shoot them. They would make them a target for you. Now there are other ways you get rabbits. We would build rabbit boxes, rabbit houses, rabbit boxes. Some people call them, and we would put something back in the back of the rabbit house, and the food or something, and leave the latch of the door up on a string, tied to the back of the on top of the box there. And then when the rabbit goes in the box, right, just big enough for him to go in, long enough for him to go in. And when he goes in, the door shuts down behind him and he's stuck. And so when we go out to check the rabbit boxes, we would see the doors down. Then we knew we had a rabbit. Well, we hope we had a rabbit, not a snake.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, some other strange, But a lot of times, 99.999% of the time, it was a rabbit. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
Here's just a few more, because see, this one got some folks started there. Stanley definitely seemed like he know about some farm life too. He said fresh liver? Or liver? I think he meant liver. I'm not sure. It says Lever. I'm gonna have to look that up. Vicky says, yes, the best. The flavor is the best with Cornish hens.
It is.
Frankie says duck makes great dressing.
Oh yeah, it does.
Heard that too.
I have never had too much of duck dressing, but I did at one point, and it was outstanding. It really was.
Frankie said we had squirrels also. Said they had squirrels too. Let's see. She says her dad put up on the screen. Her dad would go outside and kill the squirrels running on the utility line.
Boy, that was a risk.
Vicky said, "Oh my goodness." What Frankie said. Good evening, Faustin Henderson.
Yeah.
Coming in, says good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, we're just talking chickens. Look at that, Bob. I don't know if you got on the screen the chicken house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like a chicken mansion.
Yeah. Yeah, they as a matter of fact, I lived in Humboldt, Tennessee, and as a young boy, I used to come all the way down to the Tennessee state borderline, and at times when we didn't have much to do to make some extra money for the egg company down near the Tennessee borderline, it was called Greer Egg Farm. I don't know if a lot of you seen that in Tennessee and Memphis area, around there, all over West Tennessee, East Arkansas, Mississippi. It was called Greer Egg Farm, Tennessee, MICHID. I used to go there sometimes, and my brothers, we used to get on a truck and go there, and we would out of eggs, and chickens would lay eggs and coops, and that's where a lot of your eggs come from there. And then they would process the chickens. They would bring chickens in so small, and they would grow in these cages, and then they would have lots and lots of eggs for a long time, and then they would get rid of the chickens and sell the chickens, and then the eggs as well. Thousands of eggs would leave that company every single day.
Stanley says squirrel dumpling. Have you heard of this?
Squirrel dumpling. If I had some, Stanley, I don't know anything about it. But I'm pretty sure it was out there. I'm pretty sure it was out there.
Like
It don't sound bad. It sounds like it was out there. And so we're going to get ready to close here.
On the squirrel dumpling note.
Squirrel dumpling note. Vicky Fitzer, yikes. Now, Vicky don't seem like she. I think Vicky's more country than she's putting on here now.
You think Vicky a city girl, man?
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I think Vicky.
She says she asked the question: why are brown eggs more expensive?
Well, I think it's more of the. Now I'm gonna be honest with you now. When I ate brown eggs and white eggs, to me there's more of a flavor. I
feel that way too, but I don't know if it's.
But now I don't know if it's richer in nutritional value, but it was more flavor to me. It tasted better. It smelled better. It just, I don't know. Maybe it was just my psychological mind thinking and digging deeper than I should have been digging with the taste and the smell of a brown egg. But at any rate,
that breakdown. Faustin Henderson. Faustin, he says, I need to be guests on y'all show. Y'all are so entertaining and fun. Bob and Josh.
Oh, man. Well, we appreciate that, Stanley. And you never know. Be careful. Your phone might ring one day.
Stanley says, Bob, what happened to that rope factory up there? It used to be a rope factory, I guess, in that area you were talking about.
Rope factory. You got me on that one. I'm
about to say, I don't know if I want to be near no rope factory.
Yeah, not in
the South.
Not back in that. Anyway. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But at any rate, no. Thank you guys for all listening and all your comments. Boy, I tell you, you listen to these folks. Well, you know some people here that know how to cook.
Yeah,
they know about farm. They know about food, and I'm telling you, and my
Very versatile.
Thank all of you guys for listening. Hey, it's been a pleasure. Hey, Josh, this is going to do it for us. And we'll never know when we'll be back, folks, again. Just tune in to your airwaves, and we'll let you know when we're back on again. And let's hit the music, Josh. Let's get ready. Get on out of here.
Yes, sir.
And, hey, folks, have a good and wonderful evening here as soon as Josh hits my music. And
you go ahead.
I ain't going nowhere till I get my music.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Again, thank all of you guys for checking in with us tonight. And this is what it's all about, having fun. And you found out a lot of information. I found out a lot of information from you guys tonight, just having these type of shows and listening to what you're saying. You learn a lot. And this is what it's all about. Folks, have a wonderful evening. Be blessed. And we'll see you again next time. Another edition of Talk Back Live with Bob and Josh. Hang in there.
But before we go, I got to tout the best seasonings. Pastor, look, this guy's a friend of mine. His name is Bob Midget, and he owns a company called BJ's Barbecue and Sauces. You can reach him at bjsbarbecueandsauces.com. And I know you can cook now. You know Bob. Of course, you know Bob.
Yeah,
you know Bob's living in Georgia now, and he's opened up a company. Man, I've tried his dry rub. I've tried his barbecue sauce. It is off the hook.
Well, I remember when he's out there.
Exactly. Bob's Country Barbecue.
Yeah.
Well, now he's showing you why his barbecue was so good because of the sauces and the dry rubs that he have on it. I use it every day. Okay. I put his dry rub on my eggs. That's how good it is.
Oh, that must be really good.
You remember Campbell's Soup? Remember the commercial? It was good.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. I need you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com and order a box set of everything. He has hot sauce, he has barbecue sauce, he has dry rub. I'm telling you, he has mild sauce, he has hot sauce. All of it is delectable. It is bellissimo. And I want you to go to bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Again, bjbarbecueandsauces.com and at least order that barbecue and that dry rub. I'm telling you, you will throw all the rest of your seasonings away because it covers it all. I'm telling you the truth. bjbarbecueandsauces.com. Go to it right now, order it, and get the best seasonings that you've ever tasted in your life, because I tell you, it's good.